Welcome to One-Time Close Construction Loans, FAQs Answered. I'm so glad y'all decided to join us today because we're about to dive into a topic that's near and dear to my heart, building your dream home. Whether you're dreaming of a modern farmhouse or a cozy craftsman bungalow, figuring out the financing is a big piece of the puzzle. So that's what we're tackling today. One-Time Close Construction Loans. I'm Courtney, and I'm joined by Steve. He's our resident expert on all things construction loans, and he's here to break it all down in a way that even I can understand. So let's get started.
Okay, friends, let's start with the basics. Instead of juggling multiple loans, one for the land, one for construction phase, and another for your permanent mortgage, you have just one loan for the entire process. That's the beauty of a one-time close land and home construction loan. With a one-time close loan, you'll have one closing, one set of paperwork, and one loan to manage from start to finish. Now I know what you might be thinking. This sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Well, like anything else, there are pros and cons to consider, and we'll dive into those in the next few chapters. To get started today, call us at 888-857-8041 or click the link below in the description to get started.
All right, let's break down the nitty-gritty of how these loans actually work. Imagine this. You found the perfect piece of land and you're ready to break ground. That's where the one-time close construction loan comes in. You'll work with us to get approved for a loan that covers both the cost of land and construction and your permanent mortgage. Once you're approved, though, we will create a payment schedule that aligns with the stages of your build. In some cases and programs, you can finance the interest payments into the loan so you make no payments during construction. As your builder completes each phase of construction, the independent inspector will inspect and verify the work has been done by the builder, and the inspection report will be sent to an underwriter who will approve and release funds to cover those costs. It's important to remember that the construction administrator will want to make sure the construction is progressing as planned.
Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about why you might choose a one-time close construction loan. For starters, it's like having a one-stop shop for your financing needs. You'll only have to go through the closing process once, saving you time, paperwork, and potentially even some money on closing costs. One of the biggest perks is only needing to go through the underwriting process once at the beginning of the construction process. And because you only have one loan to manage, you'll only have one monthly payment to make once construction is complete. To spec with a construction loan specialist, call us at 888-857-8041 or click the link below in the description to get started. Now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds amazing, but is it too good to be true? Well, like any loan, there are some requirements you'll need to meet to qualify. First things first, we will want to see that you have a good credit history. They'll also look at your debt-to-income ratio to make sure you can comfortably afford your monthly payments. And because you're building a home, you'll need to have a solid construction plan in place. You'll also need to have a down payment saved up if you don't have land equity that could reduce or eliminate that, or are using one of our veteran VA construction loans that do not require a down payment.
All right, let's talk interest payments. I know it's not the most exciting topic, but it's important to understand how they work, especially with a one-time close construction loan. During the construction phase, you'll typically only pay interest only on the funds that have been disbursed to your builder to that date. Once construction is complete, your loan will automatically convert or modify to a permanent mortgage, and that's when you'll start making regular principal, interest, taxes, and insurance payments. You will receive the lower market rate at that time, with a free interest rate float down to the current market rate.
So you're ready to take the plunge and apply for a one-time close construction loan? That's fantastic. First things first, you'll need to gather your financial documents. This typically includes things like your photo IDs, tax returns, pay stubs, and bank statements. We will review your pre-qualification and let you know if you're approved. If you are, congratulations. You're one step closer to building your dream home.
Absolutely. You can definitely use a one-time close construction loan for building a custom home. In fact, you don't have to settle for a boring tract home on a tiny postage stamp-sized lot. One-time close construction loans are a popular choice for folks building custom homes. These loans simplify the financing process by combining the land, construction loan, and the permanent mortgage into a single loan. When you're building a custom home, you're making a lot of decisions, big and small. From selecting the perfect plot of land to choosing the right materials and finishes, every detail matters. A one-time close construction loan gives you the flexibility to design and build a home that perfectly suits your family's needs and style. You can work closely with your builder and architect to ensure every aspect of your home is just right. Plus, having just one loan to manage can make the entire process feel less overwhelming. Instead of dealing with multiple loans and underwriting multiple times, you have a single point of contact, a construction loan specialist, which can save you time and reduce stress. It's like having a trusted partner by your side, helping you navigate the financial side of things while you focus on creating a home you'll love for years to come. We will be there to guide you through each step, from the initial application to the final closing. So, if you're dreaming of a custom home that's as unique as you are, a one-time close construction loan might just be the perfect fit. It offers convenience, flexibility, and peace of mind, making your dream home project a reality. To get started, call us at 888-857-8041 or click the link below in the description to get started.
Now, we've talked a lot about the good stuff, but it's important to be aware of the potential drawbacks too. While a one-time close construction loan can be convenient, it's not without its challenges. One thing to keep in mind is that one-time close construction loans typically have stricter qualification requirements than other types of mortgages. This means you might need a higher credit score, a larger down payment, or more documentation to prove your financial stability. And because you're going through underwriting up front, you can't claim things like higher income you may receive in the future, so you may need to trim the budget to meet the program debt-to-income requirements. Another thing to consider is that if there are any delays or cost overruns during construction, it can impact your loan and your budget. Construction projects are notorious for unexpected issues, whether it's bad weather, supply chain problems, or unforeseen structural challenges. If your project goes over the approved loan amount, then you will be required to pay those overages to the builder, since the loan amount is fixed before construction begins. And finally, because you're making interest-only payments during construction, you won't start building equity in your home until you transition to a permanent mortgage. This means you're essentially paying rent on your own home for the duration of the construction period. It's like planting a garden. You have to nurture it for a while before you start seeing the fruits of your labor. Patience and careful planning are key to ensuring that your dream home becomes a reality without financial strain.
I know. Waiting for loan approval can feel like watching paint dry. The anticipation can be nerve-wracking, especially when you're eager to get started on building your dream home. But the good news is that one-time close construction loans often have a similar timeline to traditional mortgages. This means you won't be waiting indefinitely. Typically, you can expect the process to take anywhere from 45 to 60 days from the time we receive a contract from your builder, which is quite reasonable considering the amount of paperwork and verification involved. But keep in mind that it can vary depending on factors like your financial situation and the complexity of your project. The complexity of your project can also play a significant role. A straightforward build might move quicker, while a more intricate design could require additional scrutiny. During this time, we will be busy reviewing your financial documents, ensuring everything is in order. This includes checking your credit score, debt-to-income ratio, and other financial metrics. If need be, we will also be reviewing and approving your builder. They will also be verifying your income and employment and appraising the property to ensure it meets the necessary standards and is worth the investment. So while you're waiting, use this time to finalize your construction plans, choose your finishes, and make any last-minute adjustments to your design. This proactive approach can help speed up the process once approval is granted. These will all be required for the builder to draft a good contract that can be provided to the appraiser who will value your land and home before closing and beginning construction, and maybe even start picturing yourself in your dream home. Visualizing the end result can make the waiting period more bearable and keep you motivated. And remember, communication is key. Stay in touch with your construction loan expert with any life changes such as job or credit until you start construction to ensure everything is on track. Don't be afraid to reach out to your construction loan originator or construction loan officer and ask for updates. Regular communication can help you stay informed and address any potential issues promptly.
Well, friends, we've covered a lot of ground here, but before we wrap things up, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. Choosing the right financing option for your dream home is a big decision, so it's important to weigh all your options carefully. Think about your financial situation, your risk tolerance, and your long-term goals. It's also important to do your research. We are experts in one-time close construction loans and will guide you every step from start to finish. And finally, remember that building a home is a journey or a process, and there will be bumps along the way, which is part of the process. You keep moving to the next step, and your dream home will be finished in no time.
Well, y'all, we've reached the end of our show, and I hope you found this information as helpful as a fresh coat of paint. Building a home is a big adventure, and understanding your financing options is a key part of the process. And most importantly, don't be afraid to chase after that dream of building a place that truly feels like home. Thanks for joining us today. And remember, whether you're building a farmhouse or a bungalow, it's the love and memories you create inside that make it truly special. Call us at 888-857-8041 or click the link below in the description to get started. See y'all next time.